This morning we're cherishing antiques. Now earlier we shared collectibles that have meaning to us. Now we're going to see what's popular at a local shop. TV6's Andrew Lacombe is at the old bank building Antiques in Negaunee this morning with us for more. Andrew?
Good morning again, Vicki. Yeah, just look around at everything that's here. Check out this lamp here with the table that's attached to it. That's going to be pretty old. And of course, over here we have some medicine bottles, some of them still with the medicine inside. Now, something else that I think is pretty unique, definitely caught my eye, is this old camel seat, perhaps Middle Eastern made, that could be used as a seat, a footstool, something, just a very unique look to it. Now, this morning we're going to talk about lighting. You know, lighting is very important to us in our job here on the air, and it's something that's been important to people, the first people that were really up here doing a lot of industrial work in the UP. And Jeff Plummer, the owner of the old bank building Antique Mall, is here with us. And Jeff, just tell me what we have here.
We, of course, being in a mining area, we have a representation of some of the things that we find locally. Carbide lamps are an earlier 20th century way that miners lit up their work area. But even earlier than that is an unusual item called a sticking Tommy. They would hold a wax candle, and the miner could stick the point of it in a crevice of the wall, and it would light their work area. So a really simple lighting tool, and there's always a popular selection of railroad, mining, very important with collectors here, particularly in this area.
Okay, and you've been here for a while. Tell me just about this your business.
Well, we're a multi-dealer shop, so we have different people out scouring the area for unusual, unique items, both antique collectors and a lot of people who decorate with antiques. So we have kind of both types of customers, but it definitely is a business that's very dynamic because we don't know what we're going to find from season to season.
All right, now something else we're going to look at that is of interest to people in the UP is some hunting antiques. We're going to step over here and check out these knives. And just tell me what's down here, Jeff.
Well, you get knives, particularly. This is a lot of guys, particularly this is a guy thing with knives, military. You've got a trade tomahawk down there, military canteens, and of course an assortment of knives, which are always popular, particularly with the guys. So it's something that's always been collected for a long time, and people have always seemed to keep interested in those type of items.
Okay, very cool. So we're going to be coming back here a little bit later on this morning to the old bank building and learning more about the different area of antiques, different way to collect, and how antique stores have changed. So thanks for being here, Jeff, and we're going to send things back to the studio now live in Negaunee this morning. Andrew Lacombe, TV6 News.
Despite the weather, spring is here, and a lot of us are looking at making changes around the house. One place to shop that you might not think about are antique stores. So this morning we're getting a look around one of the shops in Negaunee as Andrew Lacombe joins us from the old bank building antique shop with more. Andrew, what do they have?
Good morning again, Vicki. Yeah, we're at the old bank building shop here in downtown Negaunee on Iron Street. There are 12 vendors here, and you can find just about everything. You see these teacups, collections that you might typically think of when you see an antique store. I'm joined now by a vendor here, Lindy Hansen. Thanks for being here. And Lindy, tell me what defines an antique?
An item that is 100 years old. To some people, the Western Flyer here might be an antique, depending on what era you were born. But most of the time it has to do with age, but the antique business has changed.
Yeah, tell me about how things have changed.
People come to our antique mall looking for a particular item, either to add to a collection or something that's reinvented that they can use like in their bathroom. These items were found in the mall here, and I painted them and assembled them so that everything here was bought at the store.
So Lindy, you're a reinventor. Tell me about some more of your work.
I'm getting ready. FinFest is coming, as everybody knows, and I know you're doing it on Thursdays now. And I just took tables from the booths here, and I reinvented them with my own designs, getting ready for FinFest.
Okay, so a lot of Finnish heritage here. You also have some other jewelries. You do a lot of your own creations.
Sometimes jewelry is the main thing that we sell because people are looking for a particular, not to spend a lot of money for a prom or a dance or an event like a wedding.
Okay, and what is maybe one of the most popular other things that people come down here for?
Sometimes it's an impulsive buy where a man is coming and he remembers something from his childhood, and a lot of the galvanized goes out the door. But mostly women between 40s to 50s come in, and they're looking for something to accentuate their home, to add to it. They want to remember the old, but they don't necessarily want it old. They want it, we're in competition here with magazines and eBay, and they come in wanting to find that particular item that, has a place in their heart.
Yeah. Well, thanks so much for being here, Lindy. There's always something down here to catch my eye. I just kind of noticed something. I want to check this out. Lindy, tell me about this. This is, I've gone to a few antique stores, and Miller High Life is a beer that my dad really likes. So we've collected a few Miller High Life items. And do you know anything about this piece?
This belonged to my dad, Coach Glenn Brown, and his bar in 1969, and that was one of the first beer signs that came out that went to plastic, and it does light up.
Okay, very cool. So yeah, always something that's going to catch your eye. Every time you look around, I've seen a bunch of great things this morning. Now, of course, we're down here on Iron Street in Negaunee. There are 3 other antique stores on this street, so a great place to come down and do some spring antique shopping, I'd have to say. But we're going to send things back to the studio now. Live in Negaunee this morning, Andrew Lacombe, TV6 News.